I'm struggling to tune this guitar. It says it was right, according to all the things I've checked, but it doesn't sound right. Does it sound right to you? Maybe it's because I never have it tuned that I don't think it's tuned now, but it probably is. Hello, Philip. So, this guitar actually might be tuned for the first time in about 2 years, but I don't know because I think I have a tin ear right here. I don't know. Hello. It's just one of those things, isn't it? Happy winter, yes. I'm dry and warm. Yes, surprisingly, but I did take the rubbish out, the garbage, if you are American, or the trash, maybe. I don't know what you call it. Anyway, I took the rubbish out, and there's a big car right in the way of, because we're on a main road, so an actual main road, which they're supposed to be 20 miles an hour, but because it's a main road, they've decided to make it 30 miles an hour, and because it's a main road, nobody drives 30 miles an hour. They drive about 100 miles an hour, and they also park on it, making it quite difficult if you need to put things out to get taken in the morning. Hopefully it'll be fine by then. But yes, the whole point is I got wet putting the rubbish out, putting the trash outside. You have to take the trash out. That's what they always say. Right? That doesn't make any sense. None of it does it? Anyway, so this is interesting. I've been watching these videos. People are awful. Yes, even more so. Exactly. They're parking on the pavement, so anybody, pedestrians can't get past, and wheelchair users and people in prams, with prams, can't get past. And if you put things out, and if I have a shopping delivery, that's no good because people have parked in front of our house. They should have laws against it. They probably do. Nobody pays any attention, do they? They just make things up. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, la la la, it is winter, yeah. Anyway, I've been watching lots of videos going, this video will change your life. If you see in this video, that means you will have lots of money in the next few days if you subscribe to me and save the video and everything will be fine. And I'm like, yeah, whatever, scroll past. But do you know what? I found out, because I bought ages ago when I was like squirreling things away, when silver was about £9, £8, I was like, I would buy a coin. I like coins. Shiny things, because I do like shiny things. And then I found out, because I used to check on it, £1. Oh, yes, thank you. I used to check on it every day and go, silver hasn't gone up. Silver's never going to go up. So I've got not many, like a couple of silver coins, and apparently they're worth loads now. Yay! I'm so rich. I'm not like a millionaire. I'm a hundredaire or something like that. Like £100. Whoa! £100 in solid silver. So that's nice. It's like when I didn't buy, when cryptocurrency first came out, and I'm like, I will press this button. I have got some. And I had like £2 worth of cryptocurrency that shot up and then immediately shot down. So, whoa, it's a max game, it's money. You think you've got some, then you haven't got any at all. It's a bubble. It's a bubble. Everything's a bubble. AI is definitely a bubble. South Sea, that was a bubble. And also the 2000s, the 2000s, there was a bubble in people starting websites and then selling them on. I knew somebody that made loads of websites and then sold them on and made loads of money. It's like, what? That's ridiculous. What is ridiculous? That was a bubble. And luckily, the person I know got loads of money from it, but then it disappeared. Yes, hello for everybody. And also, what else is a bubble? The tulips are the bubble. Tulips are a bubble. Don't buy tulips unless you are in trouble, because it's a bubble. It is a bubble. Tulips are pretty, but they were a bubble. Ooh. Tulips are lovely. They're still lucrative, I'm sure, if you're a tulip grower. I was going to say manufacturer. You don't manufacture. Well, you can manufacture plastic tulips, but it used to be like there's like whole books written about it. Oh, the frenzy, the tulip frenzy, the tulip mania, and they would anyway. That's what's happening with all the things. That's definitely what's happening with AI. All the people are like, I'm going to invest all my money in AI and electric cars. Oh, yeah. And it will all go. And especially electric cars, because apparently the situation in the world is one of the reasons that silver has shot up. But another is apparently electric cars are going to need 1 kilo of silver for their batteries. It's like, well, that's not sustainable, is it? That's definitely a bubble. So now I think probably we should just forget about the car and do public transport. Public transport, yay! Because you need a kilo for 100 people or a kilo for 2. Then you really need to think about what you're going to do. So probably invest in infrastructure like people should have done. But what happened was like, no, we would get rid of the infrastructure that we already had in place and then come up with something unsustainable and ruin everything. Yay! That's what happens all the time, isn't it? Any bubbles, bubble, 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 toy and trouble. Everything's a bubble until it's not. When it pops, it's gone and everything's gone with it. Is this a tune? I don't know. Probably is actually. Bubbles! I'm forever blowing bubbles. Cue joke about Michael Jackson. Yes. Yeah, anyway. It's a dated rude joke. Yes, exactly. Love bucket. Exactly. Bubbles and buckets of bubbles. That's how you do everything. So, this is interesting. So, I'm rich. Not very rich. And also, by the time I come to sell the silver, if I do, it'll have gone down again. So what's the point in that? I'm semi-rich. I've got £3, thank you, from this stream. Whoa! I'm in the money. I'm not sure it's gonna. Oh, this is the thing that I was using to tune this, and I think it's gone a bit wrong. I'm going to turn it off because it's lighting up every time I strum the guitar. Anyway, so not rich, but richer than I thought I was, because I thought I didn't have any money, and now I've got £2 or £3. Ooh, lucrative. Yes, so it's all relative, isn't it? Everything's relative. So my singing ringing trees here. Look, singing a ringing tree. I wish on a singing ringing tree to have lots of money. Your money, you've got the money. What did I read this week? Something about genies. I don't know. Something about gins. What was that? I know somebody came up with something that, I mean, some ridiculous situation about, these people are gins. What am I can't remember what that was. I'm like, what am I saying? I don't know. Genies. Genius? Genies. Yeah. This is a bit random. When is it not? So it was supposed to snow last week and it didn't snow. That was so disappointing. And then my brother was like, I heard there's going to be 23 inches of snow. And he's like, surely not. So I looked up on the weather. There's not going to be any snow. I don't know where these rumors start. 23 inches of snow. There's not 23 inches. Exaggeration of the inches. There's not even going to be 23 centimetres. There's going to be none. Just wet and cold. Same as always. And this morning, because on the weekend I don't put my alarm on. Unfortunately, on Mondays, it goes off really early because I had some trains to catch and I haven't turned it off, which I've got some more trains to catch, so I need to keep it on. So on Monday morning, I wake up extra early going, and then it's like an hour earlier than I meant it to be. But on the weekend, I don't set an alarm. I'm just like, it's fine, I'll just wake up eventually. Eventually, I'll wake up. Hopefully. Let's hope. Anyway, this morning, I woke up slightly later than normal, and it was nearly 8 o'clock, and I was like, but it's dark. It was so dark. And because I've got these blinds down, but also there's like a skylight. There's like Velux windows upstairs, and I've got an attic room upstairs. So the light streams down. Like, this is actually a screen for me to watch things. All during lockdown, I just sat in my bed and just screen things. It was like, now I'm in a cinema. Anyway, but it's very good at blocking out the light, but not completely, because there's like light behind it, because there's a window. And there's also light from the Velux. So there's usually light coming from two directions. But this morning, there was no light. I was like worried. So I didn't get up for half an hour. I was like, oh no, what if the sun's gone out? I genuinely thought the sun's gone out. And then I was like, if the sun went out, how long would it take before everything goes? Because if it's in the evening, maybe we wouldn't notice until, I mean, if the sun goes out, it's not going to go out, it's going to explode or implode. It's not just going to just stop shining on us, is it? That's not scientifically possible. But it was the morning and I'd just woken up and I thought, what if it has though? What if the sun has gone out and nobody has noticed yet? And I was like, looking it up on the internet, and I was like, well, surely nothing bad has happened because the internet is still there. So if the internet's still there, then whoever's in charge of the internet, I don't think there is anyone. I don't know what I was thinking, but I didn't get up for the longest time because I was like, I think it's the end of the world. So then I opened the blind and went, oh, there is some light. It's just not very much light. It's winter. That's what it is. It's winter and it's raining and there isn't any light. So any vestigial light that there would have been had drifted away. So I think I was a little bit panicky. Obviously, it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world, but it could have been. It could have been. Anyway, so is anybody talking to me? Nobody is. Elon better watch out. Yes, Elon better watch out. That was from ages ago. We were talking about EV cars and AI, the two things that he's put all his money in. And I said before that he doesn't actually have any of that money because it's a bubble. He's in a bubble. He's a bubbly bubble. Elon Musk is in a bubble of his own creation, and it's gonna burst like a big soap bubble, and he will have no relation. And he will be frustration personified. And let's hope. It's been a bit weird this week. I think the mother of one of his 150,000 billion children said something. Well, she had been persecuted by I think X had gone mad and started taking the clothes off everyone, and one of the people was the mother of one of his children, and she complained about it, and then about 2 days later she said something about, oh, I'm sorry that I was mean about Elon Musk's oldest daughter Vivian, who Elon Musk has sort of ostracized and said is dead to him. And so the mother of this child, the youngest child, said, I'm sorry that I was so mean to Elon Musk's daughter. That's what she said. And Elon Musk got very annoyed and said, I'm going to take away your child then. It's like, I think the only connection he has to this child is he shipped some of the organic ingredients, let's say, he'd shipped it in a sort of parcel to this woman. So she probably not even met him. He's like, hey, this is a lovely gift. Here's a parcel of my doings, of my special fluid, and he parceled it to her, and she used it, and that's how the child came to be. So they've not actually had any contact. So what connection he has with this child is quite ephemeral in a way. Is ephemeral the right word? It's tenuous. It's like if you send some of your fluid through the post and it happens to result in a child, is that really your responsibility? I mean, technically, yes, because genetically it is. I'm assuming. I don't know whether it is actually his. Maybe he's just shipped any old. Maybe it's not even his. We don't know he's capable, do we? I don't want to cast any aspersions on his versions, but do we actually know that it's his? Not just random. Jeez. I'm sorry, it just rhymed. Is he using flying ships to do? Yes, exactly. A little drone. He's attaching it to a little drone. It's going. And let's hope that it's in something that doesn't splash that doesn't break like when it's dropped. Boom. Because you don't want to cast it on stony ground, do you? You don't want to cast your steeds on stony ground. Because the Bible says that's bad. Do not cast your steeds on stony ground. Make sure it's fertile ground. It's all he's doing all around. Yes, please. Exactly. Yes, please, Mr. Postman. I'll have some of that. Anyway, this is quite biblical. Biblical. Anyway, so he was really annoyed about the mother of one of his billion children. It's like, shut up. Shut up. Are you looking after this child? Probably not. I don't know what the deal he had with the mother, but she I think the fact that she was upset about the nudie photos that weren't real, because it's AI. So anyway, my whole point, the two things that this man is responsible for: 100 million children, and some AI, and some electric cars, and it's all bubbles. Also bubbles. Yay, bubbles. Bubble, yes. Exactly. Wait a minute, mister. Yes. Muck. Exactly. I'm talking muck. This is all muck. Dirty muck. I'm sorry. I'll move away from the muck. I'm offending delicate ears with my muck. Anyway. So yes. I think you've met me through the screen. You know what I'm like. This is just the way that my mind is going at the moment. Anyway, I should be working. Oh no, I said musk. Muck. Musk and muck, almost synonymous. Elon Musk. Yes. Oh, I don't give a muck about Elon Musk. Hey. Anyway, so it's all good. And there's other people in the news this week. I think you might have noticed other people. There's one specific person of a certain hue with weird clown hair. Anyway, I don't know who I could mean. Anyway, this is just like off the rails this week, isn't it? Off the flipping rails. It's like, what? It's just the end of the world as we know it. It probably is. So yeah, whether silver is up or down is very much a moot point. It's not going to benefit. We're not going to benefit. There's silver. Is there the silver in Greenland? Is that what's going on? There's silver in Greenland. If you dig it all up. Lithium. He's on the lithium. That's what it is. Yeah. It's just ridiculous. So everything's gone a little bit odd. It's just not even in the last week, to be honest. The last few weeks, So this week, there have been... Everybody's still talking about Stranger Things. There's lots of things that are stranger than that. Everybody's talking about things that are going wrong. Nobody's talking about getting a cat. Oh, about that. I think my cat is pregnant. It's not my cat, but it might be pregnant. It was not eating, and then it was eating. And it's got very fat, even though it wasn't eating, as it pregnant with Elon Musk's child. I think that's probably what's happened. It's wild. Will he come after it? Will he claim that his child is a rye? Will he say the cat, oh me, oh my, is not doing what he said he would do? She would do. He would do. She would do. He would do. I think the cat's a female cat. To be honest, I'm not sure. It might be. If it is, what am I supposed to do about it? Anyway, my dad's got quite excited. So this cat, not our cat, it's next door neighbour's cat. We've talked about it before, I'm sure. It's called Indy. And it Oh, yes. I think Musk has got my cat pregnant. I think that must be what's happened. Because how? The pure and innocent cat. How else could this have happened? How else? This is what my dad was like. How? My parents, both of them, were, how could this cat get pregnant? It's like, oh, I don't know. It's a mystery how this cat got pregnant. This wild cat that lives out in the wild, never comes in. It's not an indoor cat. It won't come in. Trying to coax it. But it probably is going to have babies. And they're like, well, how is this possible? It's an old cat. And I looked it up. Cats are fertile until the end. And she might only be, the cat might only be about 8 or 9. We don't know. We don't know because it came here about 2 or 3 years ago. And the next door neighbours whose cat it is technically picked it up and don't know how old it was. It's a spooked cat. It doesn't like coming near you. It's like a feral cat. I watched this video about how you tame a feral cat and make it come inside, and apparently you just trap it, and eventually it just gets used to it. But I don't want to do that, especially since it's not our cat. Especially since it's not house trained. If we trap it inside, then there's going to be cat. But I looked out the window the other day, and the next door neighbour was coming up from doing the shopping, and then sort of looked around, and then I could see she was picking up the cat's droppings that had gone all over her lawn, gone all over our lawn. It's not our cat, so it's not really trained. So if we tried trapping the cat inside, then there would be a lot of mess. A lot of mess. We tried having the grit, the cat litter. That's it. We did. And what it does is it does put the cat. It uses the cat litter. And then it also uses the lawn and everywhere else. And it's just a wild cat. Anyway, so the cat is pregnant with Elon's child. A muskrat cat in a cat rat vat. It is going to have some kittens. And we will make some mittens with the kittens. No, we won't. That will be mean. Don't make mittens with the kittens. Oh, poor little lost kittens with the mittens. Oh, me, oh my, oh me. Anyway, my dad was very excited. He's like, can we have one of the cats? Because he was like, well, if we've got one of the cats and we treat it nicely from the start, we can house trade it, we can keep it inside. But I'm thinking that, well, technically, it's not our cat, so can we keep the kittens? And also, because we don't know what they're going to do with it, also, if our cat's outside, she's not going to be very happy that we've trapped one of her kittens and her kitten is inside, not with her. I don't really know how cat psychology works. To be honest, I'm not a cat. So I don't really know anything about that. So cats. So this is what's happened this week. Silver Cat, Stranger Things, Musk. Things about the world that we don't want to talk about because it's not a savoury subject, is it? Not savoury like Elon Musk's. What? Where did my mind go? I don't know. Go away. Don't think about that. Don't think about that. Anyway, it's like, what? Ridiculous. Anyway, out of all the Musks, I don't really know, out of all the millions of children, there's only really one that's been in the public eye, and she seems like a perfectly lovely person. But I don't know about the others. So, obviously, genetically, there's something that not everything is bad that has come from, some good things have come out of it. Eventually something has to, nothing, you can't be held responsible for the sins of your father, can you? So that your father, whatever your father does, that is not you. Whatever your mother does, that's not you too. Whatever your children do, might be your responsibility. But then again, no, because, you can help to guide them, but they're going to just do their own thing, aren't they? And when they do their own thing, you support them. That is what you do. That is how you are a good parent. You don't get really angry that they don't do exactly what you want them to do, and that's not you being a good parent, that's you being a complete musk. A muck. Exactly. A mucky muck. A muck-a-muck. A mucky mucky muck. But then again, yes, because he's abducted. Ooh. Now, that's a controversial thing to say, isn't it, Chase? Oh, maybe it is happening, though. A mucky, musky, mucky muck. Have to muck in a mucking muck. What's a muck? What's a musky muck to do? Oh, no. Slide guitar. Oh, that's the thing. Sinners, the best song of the year last year was a song from Sinners. It wasn't. I know that what's it called? Korean K-pop Demon Hunters. I mean, I try to watch it. It's not my thing, but there's nice songs in it. Golden is a nice song. I appreciate that. The people that I know and respect like it a lot. But I think Sinners was a better film. I told my brother came and he's like, I didn't like Sinners. I thought it was rubbish. It's like, well, that's your opinion. I thought it was good. I liked it and I liked the songs. And if you treat it as a musical vampire, it's not a horror comedy. It's not a comedy, really. It's at all, really. It's quite serious, but it stays with you. Now, I've only seen it once. Maybe I need to see it again to get the most out of it. And also, I was trying to watch it on the Signal because I was trying to watch it through a streaming service and the signal wasn't great, so it kept seizing up, so I hadn't really got the most out of it, so I need to see it again. But anyway, the song about the song that's nominated didn't win because the Golden for K-pop Demon Hunters won, so I think that's unfair because I like that song. I like the song, but it didn't win. I'm sure there's other songs nominated, don't know what they are. I only know the two songs because I didn't see that many films last year. I did see K-pop Demon Hunters, I saw Sinners, and that's it. That's the only films I saw last year. I'm sure I saw more, but they're the only new films that I saw. I also saw Wicked, but I saw that this year, so that doesn't count as a last year film. Now, Wicked, I paid for, didn't go to the cinema. It would have cost as much to go to the cinema and go to get the bus as we paid for, because it came on streaming, and I got it, and my mum was watching it. She's like, I don't like this as much as the first one. I tend to agree. It was a little bit like, why have I spent money on this? But I mean, if I'd gone to the cinema, we'd have spent the same money, and then we would have had to get something to eat, maybe some popcorn, and so it would have cost more anyway. Fair enough. But I did a package. It was like, well, I'll do the package, and for £3 more, I can get the first one as well and watch it again. That'll be worth it. But then, like 2 days later, it was there anyway on streaming, and I wouldn't have had to pay for it more than I was paying for anyway for them. It's annoying. It's like it used to be that I'd buy a DVD or a VHS back in the day, and then the very next time that I looked, which was a day later, it would be on the television. Every time I bought a DVD or a VHS, it would be on the television the very next day. I don't know what that says about me. I buy an old DVD. Why would that happen? Because that seemed to happen a lot, but that couldn't have happened a lot because the time period between it coming out in the cinema and coming out on VHS or DVD, whenever, whatever, and then going on the TV was like 2 years between each step. So how did that keep on happening? Every time. And what we do, I think we must have not bought them. We would have rented it. So we rent a DVD or a VHS back in the day, and then it would be on the TV. I chose to spend the money. We waste the money. We could have got it for free. That's the way of the world, isn't it? You could have got it for free. You didn't need to pay. Yep. Buck is making the world a meatball. Very short. Yes. Meatballs. Balls to the meatballs. I didn't cook Sunday dinner today. Usually I cook a roast for my parents, but I didn't really want to, and I don't really eat meat, but I cook it for them anyway, and it's such a treat, but it takes a long time, and you don't get much out of it. So I spend all morning cooking and cooking and cleaning and cleaning and cooking and cooking, but today I said, let's not do that, eh? I'll just make you a salad, eh? And they went, okay. how to cook, to be honest. And also, later on, actually, I got up like later than usual, and then I realised my parents were up and they hadn't made their breakfast, so I made them breakfast. So I made them breakfast in bed, and then I made them lunch. And then later on, I thought maybe they can fend for themselves from now on. But I went in and I said, "Hey, Dad, do you want a cup of tea?" And he was like, "Yes, and toasted sandwich." It's like, so I actually did cook a lot. And I was like, grumble, 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 mumble. Ah, I'm just a servant. So that's what I was thinking. Ah, I'm better than this. But now I'm independently wealthy with my £100 in silver, so I can just do whatever I want independently. Hooray! Yay! Ugh. Oh, I sent stuff to the BBC. It's not going to get anywhere, but I sent it anyway. Be nice if it did get somewhere, but we shall see. I think I'm better than this. No, I'm not better than this. I'm not better than anything. Nobody is better than anything. Nobody's good. Nobody's worth anything. Everything's worthless. No, but I think that I should have been better than this. I think that I sort of missed my niche. I think that I could have been anything that I wanted to be. Like in Bugsy Malone or Raging Bull. No. On the waterfront. What are those things? I could have been a contender. I could have been anything that I wanted to be. I'm getting all... There's a lot of dust in this world. In this room. In this world. This world that I've created. This is the world. It's a little box. I'm trapped in a box. Nobody likes a mime. I like a mime. Mime. I feel that way too. It's like, what am I doing? What a waste. What a waste. All the potential. I'm not thinking this is just about... that's a selfish thing to say. I think everybody has potential, and I think a lot of people have wasted their potential. And it's just frustrating to see other people wasting their potential. It's frustrating for me to feel that about myself too. But it is frustrating to watch other people. I have empathy for other people. Not everybody does. Because I'm special. No. It's just like, that makes me sound... What? Yes. I think not everybody has empathy, but that doesn't mean they're bad. They're bad. That doesn't make them bad. That doesn't make them bad people. It makes them sad. I think you need to think about other people, because we are all connected. We're all connected. No matter what you use this site. No, that's why I've said this again before. That I think you need to have empathy, and I think you also need to do things for other people and for the world, but not necessarily. Don't like do it to spite yourself, and don't do it to make your own life worse, because it will make your own life like sort of altruism. That whole thing, doing things for other people, that is good, but in a way, if you're doing it for other people and not looking after yourself, it's like that whole thing. It's like if you're in an aeroplane, the first thing you have to do is get your own oxygen mask before you help other people, because otherwise, just you can't help other people as effectively until you've sorted yourself out in a lot of ways. So I think it is good to do things for other people, but not at the expense of yourself, because then you have made it other people's responsibility to pick up the pieces of your broken life. So, altruism, I think you should help other people, but I think you should help yourself as well. I think that other people should help you, but you shouldn't expect them to. You shouldn't do that. You should do things for other people, and you should do things for yourself as well. And you shouldn't give up things and sacrifice things if it's gonna make you sad. And I think you should do things nicely, and I think you should be quite great, and I think you should do things for other people and don't do anything for fate. No, I can't rhyme anything with that, but I think that I'm right. That you should do things for other people, and you should do them for yourself as well. It's not selfish to do things for yourself as long as they benefit other people as well. If they just benefit you and nobody else, then that's probably not great. What you should do is you should think about things. Is this going to help the wider world? Yes. Is this going to help you? Yes. Is this just going to help you, but not the wider world? Don't do it. Is it going to help the wider world, but not help you? Think about it. Just balance it. It's like, is it going to actively harm you, but benefit the wider world? Then you're like, well... Now that's a dilemma, because other people are important, but are you less important? Individually, is any one person less important than anyone else? Now, if you are doing things just for one specific person and it doesn't benefit the wider world and it doesn't benefit you, then that should probably be alarm bells ringing. Don't do that. Don't help the one person if it makes everybody else miserable. Balance. That's what it's all about. Do good things. Don't do bad things. That's probably going to help you in the end. Don't do bad things to yourself. Don't do bad things to other people. Just do good things, and probably it'll benefit you as well in the end. So that's probably it. Just do nice, good things. Oh, just help other people, and don't do any harm. Don't cause any harm. If whatever you do, whoever it helps, if it also harms somebody else, then it shouldn't be a thing. Don't harm. That's probably it, really. First, do no harm. The Hippocratic Oath. The Hypocritical Oath? Hypocritical Oath? No, the Hippocratic Oath. Made of hippos and crats. What do you think about that? Yes, hippos being horses. The Hippocratic Oath, taken by doctors and hippos, which are horses. Water horses. The hippo oath. The oath and the hippo. Anyway, that's what you should do. Good things that don't harm other people and benefit. That should benefit everybody. Altruist. I've just seen this. It's in front of me. An altruist. That's backwards. I just genuinely say altruist. It's for sunscreen. Sunscreen? Ice cream! Sunscreen. Which would probably benefit me more in the summer. Not in this weather where there is no sun. But I don't know. Anyway. Alright, well, I've gone on and on and on. Longer than usual. 7 minutes longer than usual. I usually cut it off at 30 minutes. So, I'm so kind and being so generous and nice. I've done you harm by going on for another 4 minutes with no mice. Oh yeah, that was my point. The guy from Sinners learned to play guitar in 3 months. It's taken me 20 years and I still can't play it. Anyway, well done, the guy from Sinners. Anyway, I'll see you soon. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye. I'll hopefully see you next week. I don't know, the sun might go out, the silver might all melt and cover us and everything, and who even knows anymore? Who even knows? I'll see you next week, I hope. Bye-bye.